Hello and welcome to the Inglorious Bards. I am your shiny Game Master Tom, and this is Adventure 5. Thanks so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you here. We are coming to you live on Twitch and streaming on YouTube every Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. If you're listening on the podcast, drop by, come join us, say hi in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We are going to be diving back into our adventures soon. I want to give you a brief introduction of some of our heroes that we have, and we will start with Hemlock. Hemlock is a fetchling gunslinger. Hemlock, what do you like to do on your off time when you're not adventuring? What's something fun that you like to do?
Sing and dance. Clean my guns.
The quotes in any of that?
I kind of want to see that now.
All right, and next to you is our thaumaturge, Galen. Galen is a swordsman with the connection to the supernatural with a mirror of interesting capabilities. Galen, what's your off-time activity?
Off time? What's off time? I got a full-time job. I'm trying to become an adventurer. My wife runs a grocery store. I need off time.
All right, and then we have our cleric, Agiri, Adept Agiri, a human cleric. What about you for downtime? What's enjoyable for you?
I like to take a moment and see the world around me. I like to walk and study and listen to the people.
Okay. Then we have our Yasoki, our rat folk, who goes by the name of Dash, a kineticist. What about you? What's fun for you?
Well, it might be interesting to note that many dead people are buried with things that they don't use anymore and can't use anymore. And I have a really good hobby of removing those things that they no longer need to give them to people that do need them, like me.
All right.
It's called being a grave robber.
I mean, that's a title that we don't always use in the industry, but like if you have to put labels on things, I am a hobbyist collector.
Hobbyist.
No longer used items.
They don't need them anymore.
they
It's really
certainly
like
don't.
finding treasure with the people around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Next to him is our gnome bard by the name of Jericho. Jericho, same question.
Really, I feel that all of my life is spare time. If you're not chasing after the joys of this life, what are you doing? But like my good friend Hemlock talked about, music and dance, I like to play that music and make him dance.
Okay.
I still would like to see that.
And last is our human champion of Kerahell, who goes by the name of Yannick.
Yes, Yannick. And for my spare time, I kind of like to read books and maybe translate some things from Old Beiser.
Wow, that's, yeah.
Borderline serial killer.
Change my
And
answer.
polish my sword.
All right. Okay, with that in mind, let's get a recap of what happened last time from Jeremy.
So, the last time was not a huge big event. If you recall, a couple of adventures ago, we were working with the mayor of Tabernery and was able to speak with him about a way that, on behalf of the Temple of Kerahell with Agiri and Yannick, a way that we could get the ruined temple that was inside the middle of town on Clover and Cobble Field. It's in the middle, and we found it, and it's just dilapidated, and so we asked to get it donated. One of the things that we were going to do was we worked out a negotiation to head down to the wall and try to smooth things over there because they'd been stopped by some locals that had really wanted to not let the construction continue. But based on some suggestions from Gideon, that's Agiri's friend. His name's Gideon Agiri. We were able to...
Longtime dear friend.
Long-time friend.
Bosom friends.
We went into...
Good person to talk to if you're going to speak with the mayor.
We went down to see what we were actually bargaining for. And turns out it was really, really broken down. Also not uninhabited. As we were exploring the ruins of the temple, had to kind of work our way through the town. Jericho did a great job creating a massive distraction, allowing us to get into the temple. and relieved some people of their coins. And then we got in and found out that there were a lot of thugs inside. And we got into a fight that was not just dangerous, it was dang near deadly. For Dash especially. And with Agiri not there, because he was called away to a separate part of his mission, we were in dire straits. We still managed to pull it off. Jericho even found a hidden trap door underneath the kind of the basement floor that we were in, where there was a glowing half orb that was there. Learning our lesson about not going any further without Agiri, we decided that we need to talk with him and get him to take a look at it. So we left nursing the wounds that we have to go find him and bring him back, and then move on to start that part of the job on the wall. And from there, let the adventure begin.
Adept Agiri is sitting in the temple, the first temple of Kerahell in Tabernary. It is a very small place, a former residence that's been converted into the temple of the goddess of knowledge. You have been praying for exactly one adventure, in deep thought, connecting with your goddess, building your own sense of strength and value, and as you sit there quietly, you can hear down in a basement area some curse and a dropping of a heavy book of the priest who runs this temple. You try and get him out of your mind when you feel a hand upon your shoulder, and you slowly open your eyes as you're kneeling on the ground and look up and see your friend Yannick is standing above you.
We've sorted out the ruins in the plaza. It's time to go.
Well, your timing is excellent. I was at the end of my prayers.
How did the communing go?
I feel more attuned to this place. So it went well.
Excellent. There's a lot of work to be done if this other temple will be raised.
Do tell, any problems with it? Does it seem suitable to our needs?
Once it is rebuilt and cleared properly, we unfortunately found inhabitants and they were disagreeable in parting the place.
Flashback. We're not trying to kill you!
How much blood was spilled?
Stop making me kill you! Stabbing the guy.
Oh, his intestines fell. Oh my.
How much blood was spilled in this effort?
More than there should have been.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But
Well, I'm very interested to see the place.
there is something you should see there as well. Something that will require your knowledge.
Some tomes? I'm interested. Take me to it.
And we
Actually, do you have them with you? I could study them here.
it is an object that we have found there, which we have not been able to move.
Oh,
May not want to.
take me to it. I'm very intrigued.
And we start heading that way.
Yeah.
All right. The two Kerahell adventurers make their way towards the plaza itself. And what about the rest of you? Anything interesting you want to do while they're...
When we go there, we're going to go with the whole group, I think. Yeah, so whatever else is happening, good, but I don't think it's just going to be
Okay.
With the
Agiri and I.
exception, Galen,
You're coming!
got a shift to work tonight. Needs to be rested, so Galen's gonna head home
Okay.
and take a little.
Right.
I probably would have just quickly checked in on the two kids I'd played music with, see if they had made it okay, gathered their money, not been harassed.
All right. You are collected by Yannick while you are checking on those two young performers out in the plaza. They continue to perform and are delighted that you are there, but then you are pulled by the collar by the champion out of that.
I'm just gonna. You guys are doing great. Keep practicing. You're doing great.
And the 5 of you are back at the old Renarian ruins. So you are in the middle of this plaza. The plaza has lots of markets, lots of stalls, lots of people coming and going. It is ringed by buildings. To the north side, it are no buildings. There's actually a big channel, stone channel cut with a big 20, 25-foot drop that has a river that goes through it that connects 2 rivers. On the west side is a rise up, big cobblestone rise up to the fort that you guys were at, where the mayor's residence is located. In the middle of the plaza, with all this activity, are 3 walls and tarps covering it of these different ruins, and people that have stalls and markets around the outside of it, and you head in there. Through the front opening, you crunch through some rubble, make your way down some steps, and fall into a hole. No.
Knowing what happened to my dear friend, my best friend, Dash last time, and knowing that feeling some fault in that. As we re-enter here, I'm going to start continuously, as much as I can, casting the cantrip Detect Magic. As we move, not something I normally do, nor thought I had to do in the Den of Thieves, but now aware that there is some type of magic here, I'm going to try to keep an awareness of any other magics that might be present that might try to hurt us.
Okay.
Is there a sound that sounds like when you cast that spell?
Over and over and over again.
I'm really curious about if it has any of those types of things.
Well, I think you get to come up
There
here.
is a verbal component
First, I'm checking
to
to
it.
see if
I'm hoping it sounds like beatboxing.
Well, he is very ukulele centric. It's for him. He's just this very slightly discordant, but still it seems to fit together in an almost unnatural way. Tune doesn't quite seem like the sound should come out of those strings, for there is some occult type magic coming out of it, but on his ukulele.
So like
It
You Are
does
My
come
Sunshine, but death metal.
A little bit. You ever hear that?
You are my sunshine.
The Mongolian band Who? Yeah, it's a little that. Yeah.
Throat singing.
Yeah.
You got Tarkin do that?
Yeah.
All right, the little gnome is doing that as you walk down into this little basement underneath the temple. It's got
very low, very subtle.
has a rotting wooden floor that several of the party members hold you back, Agiri, from not stepping into
All right.
spots.
Mind the holes.
It seems like a straight walk, but
You see blood all over the place.
Mind the gap.
Yannick looking a little abashed.
There's piled up body over there, another one over there, one wedged over there.
No, I sorted the bodies.
Oh,
I
that's
sorted
right,
the
that's
bodies.
You can't tell, but that actually used to be a human.
truly this place is christened.
You actually just see, that's correct. Yannick did give right. So you just see multiple trails of blood dropped into a large hole in the wooden rotting floor, all converging.
Oh, lovely.
It's like a crock pot.
There's like an arm sticking out like a suitcase. You tried to get some wood to cover it down, is what you see.
The future will be made by those who write the history of this moment. It
What else
just
are you showing
shields
us?
his eyes.
The trapdoor.
There's a hatch in a section of the broken floor. There's a couple foot drop, and then there's a hidden hatch that goes down even to a sub basement that Yannick leads you down.
And where does this go?
Down to the glow ball.
And I'm going first? Okay.
Well, Yannick will be in the lead.
All right.
Yeah.
With light from the cleric, I assume you have the light.
I have light.
All right.
I'm beaming
Javelin
with-
in hand.
All
Just
right,
because.
the two of you make your way immediately down, and you are followed by Jericho the Bard, who stops detecting magic, excluding anything down below. You're detecting someone on this level of wood to your right.
something over there.
What, can you help me with what something might be?
I really just get that there's a something. It doesn't tell me really what, just that there's a something.
What does what tell you?
My magic tells me that there's magic over there.
Oh,
Hemlock will go
magic.
over to where he's pointing.
Magic below here too. Can I get past both of you? I'm going to keep going here.
hold on,
And
there's
it's
other
on
magic
the
we
main
have
level
to
where we had to
address.
fight last time, right?
So there's
Yeah.
main level, which is plaza level
Oh,
with rubble.
yeah,
You went to
yeah.
a basement, wooded section, which was now apparently an old false floor. And then there's the sub. You're in the middle section,
Yeah.
the first basement right now. And Hemlock is heading over towards a corner where there is a cot set up.
And then the magic is coming from.
I'm gonna
Where he's pointing.
Yeah, and I'll go
investigate
try to head
what's
over
around
and help
that
Hemlock
cot.
Okay.
find it. Hemlock and I will go try to find out where that is.
Okay. It does not tell you where it is. It just tells you that you have detected it. So you do a little bit of triangulation.
Okay.
And come in from 30 feet, you lose it, you move over to another area, come in from 30. Okay.
Triangulation.
Yep. You kind of find a rough spot. Hemlock, you are able to reach down and pry open a board, and you find in there a small sack
Well
with
done,
some
Jericho.
loot within.
Sweet.
It bites you. It bites you in the hand.
What's in there?
Is this a sack mimic? You need one of those.
That would be.
You
great.
open up
It's
and
just
see
full of teeth.
inside a metal little vial that has some oil in it. There's a little bit that comes out through the stopper that seems silverish.
Okay.
A pin that has no symbol on it, just a straight little pin with a metal top to it, and 15 gold coins.
It's not like a lapel pin, is it?
No.
Nice.
It's like a hat pin.
Look at this. It's a couple items we missed last time we were here. Good job,
You
Jericho.
found it. Nice job.
Well, you found them.
Well, us.
Let's see. Well, let's take a look at that sphere again with Agiri, and then maybe he can identify some
Yeah, these are
of
for
the
later.
stuff.
All right, Agiri.
Here, let me. I'll
No.
take those and hang on.
Oh
to
no,
them.
no, I'll hang on to these ones. We'll split them all up later.
All right.
Just
Cool, just hanging from the side of
Yeah.
your shield.
Agiri is just peering at floor level and tapping his staff to get attention.
Agiri, you head downstairs with your light in hand.
It's on the staff I am holding.
Okay. And you
Very Gandalfian.
Gandalfianly
Yes.
make your way downstairs to this lower basement. It is all stone, looks very smooth, no cuts, no bricks, just as though there was some stone that was carved out of here, which does not make sense. You think this was magically created, this room? You also think it's magically created because there's nothing else in there. There's no tables, no chairs, no anything at all. There's no other exits or entrances. In the center is half of a sphere of white light sticking out of the ground that is blindingly white. And it's about slightly larger than a basketball. And it's very bright.
Last time we were here, I had a sense of this place being at least still partially consecrated by something.
Formerly of whom?
I can't speak to that. I got a sense that it was neither good nor mad, but wholly mediocre.
I'm not seeing any runes when I look around to identify to whom this is consecrated.
No, but you may make a roll of religion. You have a choice.
Mhm.
You can make a religion roll of 25
Jesus.
to glean some information, or you can make a religion roll of 22 if you touch the sphere.
that's why we backed out last time.
Yeah.
Just trying to remember.
Yeah,
So we couldn't figure out anything about it.
we were pretty injured.
I was gonna like touch it and see if I could feel something cool about it. But someone stopped me. But anyway, we thought you were
It
smarter
seemed
than all of
prudent
us.
at the time. We were injured and not faring well.
Agiri, seeing the orb, not seeing any runes,
I like touching
we'll take
spheres.
the
I got it.
God, no.
we'll take the 22.
All right. Agiri reaches out and places his young hand upon the white sphere. Your hand almost blends in, the light shining poltergeistily through your fingers. And as you touch it, you might glean information as information possibly soars into your head as well as something else. Please roll Religion 22 or higher.
Yeah, I have my tokens. I'm good. That is 23.
Whoa!
Yeah.
You have some insight as you make a noise as you are thrown across the room.
It's not Kerahell!
And
Oh
you
my God.
take 23 points of
Holy
damage,
Holy crap.
Ouch.
electrical damage, and you are drained 1.
I mean, I know what drained one means, and you know what drained one means, but for the people listening at home,
Yes.
what does drained one mean?
Listening to you do your weird monk sounds with detect magic. Drained 1, you are going to subtract from your maximum hit points.
I got it right here if you want on the card. Take a status penalty equal to the value on constitution-based checks, such as fortitude saves. You also lose hit points equal to your level times the drained value.
Okay.
So that'd be 2, and your maximum hit points are reduced by the same amount. When you get a full night's
Thank you.
rest, your drain value is reduced.
All right.
So you have 1 off your max hit points currently, and your fortitude save is dropped by 1. It'll recover after a full night's rest.
My new max is 16. I am level 1, I believe.
Are you conscious?
No.
Oh!
Which Yannick will be remedying that immediately.
Okay, Yannick, you race over. How do you remedy that?
With a lay on hands.
Finish him! The fool fell for a trap.
Hand on the cleric and just a quietly murmured prayer to Kerahell. You should be dead.
There can only be one champion of Kerahell.
And just kind of a soft white light, briefly in the hand. If if it were a dim enough room,
Right.
as it were.
All right. You are healed 6 hit points and blink as you lay there.
Oh. What was that?
That is why we brought you.
Jericho, by the way, Jericho walks up to Yannick and just goes, "Thank you for grabbing my hand away earlier."
I must touch it again. I'm not done with it.
He
What
licks
did
his
you
finger
clean?
this time.
2 hands.
Let's hold hands, the 6 of us.
The sad heap that is Agiri gets back to his feet. Probably sizzling a bit from what it was. Did I glean anything useful?
Yes.
It hurts.
You've gleaned the following information. Number 1, you were at wounded level 1.
I have.
Number 2, you have gleaned that this is a magical spell with some limited Renarian magic, but really just pure magic. So it's not like a consecrated type of magic. It's not holy. It is a spell that is both an obscuration, a barrier, and a lock to something that is beneath it. You also believe that it is incredibly powerful.
All right. I must make a note.
Let's just start releasing incredibly powerful things. Like, it's never gone wrong for us before.
Well, it is as I anticipated. It is not of Kerahell. It is of Renarian faith. And it is holding something back, but I don't know what. Protecting it or sealing it.
Could be treasure, could be like a bad guy.
I couldn't tell you that
Do you
for
think
sure.
there's a way to unlock it?
There's most certainly a way to remove its protections, but it is
What
extraordinarily powerful.
what kinds of things did the Renarians either hold dear that they would lock up as holding dear, or fight against that they would conquer and lock away?
Hate. That's it. Just hate. They're baddies.
Is that something that they loved and would have treasured, or that they disliked?
I
and would
didn't
have
deal with them very often. But
Okay, so that's why I'm
they
trying to
would
ask
clank
someone who
heads
knows
a bunch when
things.
they needed to, and even when they didn't need to.
Is it possible that the Temple of Kerahell has any books or history on the Renarian Brotherhood that might give some clues to what this could be?
It's possible there would be some information, yes. Take more time, but it's also very possible that the existing temple here does not have the resources. The main temple, more than likely, yes. But from my knowledge, do I know anything of the Renarian Brotherhood and what they would
Sure.
hold most dear?
Make another religion roll.
If I get shocked again, I'm gonna...
The other direction.
Just my thinking.
17.
17, you know probably what we've already covered.
Okay.
It deals with lights. It deals with Renarian twins as their god. They also had a lot of emphasis, as we've talked about, I think, before, with justice, order to an extreme level, almost to a purity level. They tended to be also frowned upon the lesser races a little bit as well.
All right.
Based on what we're seeing, I think it would be prudent to seal this back up, cover up the trapdoor, and
Forget it ever existed.
and bury it deep down and never talk about this again.
You put this below your new temple?
I believe as we bring members of Kerahell's Kerahell in, we may yet find a solution to this challenge. But I think for now, we still have to deal with this wall.
And this is not
That's
so much
true.
consecration as it is
It's like a vault.
magic.
Yes. Perhaps sealing a relic or even a holy figure of theirs, who knows?
Is the spell in pieces, or is it considered one solid chunk? The obfuscation, the barrier,
One thing.
one thing. Okay.
Agiri, did you get any kind of a sense whether it was trying to keep us out or keep something else there in?
It's a barrier guarding or keeping what's below it.
I mean, like a vault is built different than a locked front door. I know, just
If I knew more of how the spell
Okay.
was crafted, maybe,
Okay,
but
just curious.
not now.
trying to
So
get a
it's-
feel whether it's something
Just
delicious
level one,
inside
man.
or dangerous inside.
Only level 1, dude. I just got it down.
Not,
So it is a
not sure what that
spell?
means.
You think just
It is a spell. It is not
dispelling it
consecration.
is possible? Or how would we... Does it have to be destroyed?
Dispelling, it is a spell. It could be dispelled. At least that's my feeling on it. But again, I did not create this. It would take a lot more study.
Is that something you've done before?
I just got here.
No.
First time.
Dispelling other spells. Have you done that?
It's not in my studies, but given time, I imagine I could research that ability.
It's a level 2.
Maybe tomorrow.
Well, there There is that wizard in town we need to check up on. That's something that sounds like wizarding duty.
But also keep in mind this is very powerful. So, if, like Quintilian mentioned, it is holding something back, then it's for whatever the Renarians' reasons were.
Could be a horrible
needed
demon
this
that
to
will eat
keep
our
it in
souls.
check.
Could be holding millions pieces of gold, too.
Oh, yeah.
Indeed, and we should seek more knowledge in
And gold.
Well, yeah, you're always going to say that, though. Let's be honest, Yannick.
we
That's
should
good.
seek more knowledge.
Like,
in,
if we're
in
choosing
what-
a nighttime vegetable, that's going to be your answer.
Where do you want to go to eat for dinner tonight?
it's not that simple.
All right.
One does
Well,
not simply
I
go
trust
into
y'all
an
smarter
Applebee's.
people. Y'all know this stuff better than I do, so I trust whatever you two holy men say.
This would be safer left alone for now.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
I think we have little option.
Yeah.
You guys aren't even gonna
Yeah.
try?
What would you propose we
I
try?
don't know, some of your magic.
It just
You-
threw
I have a
it
ladder.
across the room.
I can try to heal it.
I don't know.
That's about it. That's about what I
you want to try
got.
shooting it?
I'll shoot it. I don't think it's gonna do any good.
I don't want to be here when that happens.
I kind of do. Wait,
Do you want to shoot it?
I kind
I
of do.
don't think that is wise.
Hi, what's it gonna do?
Possibly
Hurt the bullet?
release whatever is in here. I don't know.
Oh,
The gold? It's gonna release the gold?
And
Treasures?
All
Maybe it's
magic
not
spheres
gold.
contain gold. Everyone knows this.
Is that true? Well, okay, that's settled. I trust him. Agiri knows this stuff.
while yes, it is likely some treasure, we need knowledge to be able to unlock the key on how to open this safely. If you want to stay here and shoot it with your gun, be my guest.
Jericho sure does. And I owe him time with one of these guys.
Do you
You
want
asked
to
me
do
to
your
come here and
exit
look at it?
interviews now, or
I have verified what it is on your behalf. My time in here is done. And Agiri begins walking upstairs.
Yep.
All right.
Yannick joins?
You created a.
Dash will follow.
I'm not gonna do it.
That leaves Jericho and Hemlock down still next to the white sphere.
They're gonna get mad.
All right.
We'll shoot I'll show you how to shoot later though. We'll get some bottles.
Well, sometime bottles.
I
Shoot them. It makes the breaking of the glass real satisfying.
Okay, that sounds messy, but all right.
Yeah.
Doesn't that hurt like if you step on it?
Well, you don't. I mean, we're not gonna go barefoot dancing around.
Okay, that's.
We just bring a broom with us.
Oh, that. See, you're always thinking ahead.
Yeah.
Just crush the dreams of the glass blower who spends months creating each of these bottles.
Well, but it's gonna create employment at least.
I'm helping you.
Yeah. So, Hemlock will go outside. What time of day is it?
I think it's getting towards late afternoon. Also, it's Galen sleepy time, apparently.
Galen nappy time.
Oh, sleepy time.
Hemlock did say tell Galen he would go with him on his shift tonight, so that's why I asked.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
Well, we need to go to the wall and talk to Taynor.
It's like late afternoon, though. We're not gonna be working through the night. We should hit that up in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, or talk to him now about what we could maybe
Well,
be helping him with.
okay. Well, Gary's kind of hurt though.
He looks fine.
Also, construction workers get cranky when you ask them to do stuff late in the afternoon.
His hair is still smoking.
They're probably union and
Yeah.
That's
So, if you don't want to, do you have any ideas of what you do want to do?
There's that wizard, the red door. We gotta find that house with the red door that was mentioned in the note that
Yeah.
the
All right.
why can't I remember names?
Oh yeah, that's true. We gotta get that wizard.
Cobblefield Plaza.
No, that's where we are.
That's
Yeah.
what. That's right here.
That's the name you wanted, right? That's the one I've got
No, I
written
was
down.
thinking of Gasmore.
Didn't we?
We found that note.
Yeah, we did. We're doing
Okay.
such a great job with
yeah.
looking
I mean,
this
I
up.
have notes. I just don't know where everything is.
Found a Gasmore. Blah, blah, blah.
So that's a meta here, right? There's a note in with the scrolls that we took back from Gizmo
Yeah.
that had a drawing of a section of the city,
Yeah, I have the
including
drawing.
a wizard's house. It's a red door.
Ah,
And if I remember correctly,
Oh, yeah.
Galen
Shit, it's right there.
kept that note along with the scrolls.
That's right. This is a map of a neighborhood in Tavernry. Red door, old wizard.
so I don't have that because I wasn't here for that. I was out doing my thing at that point.
Steal or kill.
Presumably, Galen would have at least, like, we would have seen this and know, but okay.
I think everybody's seen it.
Yeah.
We can go pick his pocket.
Well, let's at least go check up on him. I mean, it's probably not likely we're going to find any living person, but
Sure.
All right. Very well.
Gary, you up to that?
I'll hobble along.
Okay.
Don't
Let
mind
us
me.
rest for a short while, and I will have him tip-top shape. And I'll rest and lay on hands, and short rest and lay on hands until he's like 30 minutes until he's fully healed up.
Okay.
30 minutes.
Um,
Hey, Jericho.
well, six
where-
hit
where-
points every 10.
Where
so
are we gonna do that at?
I can do it right. I can just sit down right here.
If the time matters, 20 minutes then would be enough.
So outside of the hatch, we'll close the hatch behind us and stay in the basement. If you want to go up to the main floor, and
Stay in the basement here.
Because I want to. While that happens, I want to pull Dash aside.
Okay.
If
So we are
Feel
resting and
rested.
healing for about 20 minutes, and it sounds like Dash is.
Dash.
Yeah.
They make it sound like there could be a whole lot of wealth down under there. I mean, like, as much as you need.
I mean, it's possible. It's not necessarily about the money that helps, but it's the strength, it's the power. I can't just assume that we can buy our way out. I have to be stronger. I have to be ready to push back if they need it.
Okay.
That said, though, and Dash reaches into his mouth, blah,
Deep into it.
pulls out like
What?
a little scroll, and just starts doing like numbers on it, like he's writing something, and then reaches on the other side and pulls out 6 coins, gold coins, and hands it to Jericho, and then walks away over to Yannick. Wow. And hands 6 more coins there,
6 moist coins.
moist coins,
Mmm.
and then
Thank
Agiri
you.
standing right there. Wow. Hands you 5
Oh,
coins.
I'm fine right now.
Takes 5 coins back. Ow. Goes over to
It's just
Hemlock.
so sticky.
You have everything else. You owe me 6 coins.
Look on my math. You had you had 17 gold pieces.
I did, yes.
And I had 15.
Yeah, that's 32.
Yeah.
And then you did divvy out by 6 people per each. I was giving my 5 away, gave 6 away, gave 6 away. I need 6. You
32
keep 6,
divided
you
by
keep 6 more
6 doesn't work out to 6 coins each.
Well, I think you're doing it wrong, so you just give me 6. And then you can do whatever math you had for everybody else.
That doesn't work out.
Well, you explained that.
Well, 32.
Yeah.
You got your little paper there?
Yeah.
32 divided by 6 is what?
It's 6.
No.
It's not.
Oh, wait,
Explain,
6,
explain again. There's 6 for
12,
me.
18,
There's 6 for Jericho.
32.
That's
Hemlock
Well,
has to
if you're
appreciate.
wanting to
Got it.
take more than other people, like, I can get down with that between the two of us.
Yeah.
But 32 doesn't divide by 6 equally.
Explain.
So you have 6,
Yeah.
you have 12, you have 18,
Okay.
you have 24,
No, but you have 17.
you have 30, you have 36.
Dash is trained in
four
government
short.
spending, so
Well, Agiri didn't want his, so that's +1 of the 5.
my hands are all
get 6.
chapped.
He can't take his gold.
He didn't want his gold. It's not his gold. It was gold I was giving him, and he didn't want it. So I feel like you owe me 6.
No.
Well, we'll talk about this later. Oh,
Okay.
A full ledger gets shammed into your mouth. Okay.
So you have 6, you have 6. I'm hanging on to 5 more still. You've got whatever amorphous number you're
15.
coming up with. And then we'll figure it out.
Hold on.
Was that just the two of you?
No. You saw my logic,
Yeah, we're
right?
not- we're not far.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody needs to both literally and
all
figuratively
get
cough
5.
up some gold.
We should all get 5. Here's the sack of gold. We should all get 5 gold.
Well, I'm
Heart
just,
pounding accounting action.
Dash gave up gold.
Yeah.
Hemlock hasn't.
And then 2 of us get 6, or we put 2 more in a communal pot, or
2
we
of us
split
have
it.
6. So, Dash, you keep your 5.
Get it.
And then I'll give 5 to Galen, and I will insist on Agiri taking his 5.
We can pass it on to the church if he continues to
I'm
refuse.
switching the books to cash basis.
So we still have a few minutes. I want to go up to Jericho.
Oh, yeah.
Pull both my guns.
Yeah.
And then turn them around and let you pick one. Pick one.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah, there you go.
What did you name it again?
Lightning. Yeah. Get it. It's not loaded, so get familiar with it. You're in no danger of like taking off
Having
somebody's
fun.
AS.
Okay.
And we'll set some targets up, and we can. We got a couple
Oh,
minutes
here
here.
inside. Okay.
Yeah, I've already shot in here. Like,
Yeah, all
it
right.
didn't
Like, what's the
disturb
worst we
anybody.
could shoot? Yeah.
Gary prepares a spell.
Can I ask a question real quick? What do they look like? I didn't get what your guns look like.
So,
Picture of what they pulled
they're
apart.
black powder pistols. They're hinged, so you like break it to load instead of muzzle loading.
Nice.
Yeah.
I tag.
You want to give me something more than black powder pistols? I will be excited.
The Glock 17.
Yeah.
Straight on the Predator.
Yeah. And so I'll just set up some I'll pry some boards up, more boards up from the floor. and,
Okay.
paint some targets and stuff.
Like prop up one of the guy's hands and say, guys.
No, they've already. If
Hit
the
the
bodies
fingers
had
up.
not been consecrated, we sure as shit would be shooting up the bodies. But I'll be respectful of the consecration.
Are you passing along some ammo to him?
No, God,
Yeah,
no.
I'm not gonna give him a loaded gun without him being to just say, "Get familiar with this," because
Right.
we
Yeah,
freaking lose a hand.
walk me through with all the
Yeah,
parts
so
on
then
it.
I'll show him how to load it, and I'll give him some ammunition.
Okay.
Just like one at a time.
Yeah.
I don't want to go
I'll
crazy.
just give you one at a time. You shoot it, I'll give you another one.
All right. You practice shooting inside with some loud bangs.
Well, that was 9 minutes wasted.
I'm trying to focus here.
Shh. The people up above in the market have no idea the sound is muffled. Can you make a roll?
Yes.
What is your modifier to attack, Hemlock?
Plus 10?
For
Plus
range?
9 currently. at
Hemlock.
level
Oh,
one.
9, yes.
Oh,
Plus
hang on.
9.
All right.
And then for you, it's going to be your dexterity modifier.
Okay.
2. Period.
Sure.
There we go. So I want you to make
This
an
could be
attack
exciting.
roll
Wait.
with a +2.
We're going to get the shiny die.
And since this is a super specialized weapon that only a gunslinger can have really true competency, your critical failure is extended to a 19. So you're going to make one roll for a series of shots over the next few minutes.
Okay.
Don't roll a 19 or a 20.
Got it.
Roll high.
I make sure the shooting
Wait,
range
don't
is
roll a
away
19
from
or 20.
everybody.
or a 1 or a 2, I
Don't
think.
roll a 1 or
it's-
a 2.
Sorry, 1 or 2. 1 or 2.
Because you told me don't roll a 19 or a 20, roll
19 or 20
high.
would be
And I
great.
was like,
Before he he shoots, Agiri is actively seeking cover
Okay.
right now.
Yeah, shields
No
out.
1 or 2.
Okay, the best part is that looks just like a 1, but it's a 7 because the 1's over there. So I rolled a 7 plus 2 is 9.
9.
But right there was a natural
great.
1.
You were hoping for better, Hemlock, but there's some comfort that he's developing a little bit with it.
Hey, that's
I hit the broadside of the bar.
first time. That's not too shabby.
Okay, this is not my thing. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Well,
It was
next
fun.
time we're out and about, we can do some more practicing.
Do you want to
Maybe get you up to like a +4.
do you want to try the ukulele?
Oh, I'm no good.
I'll teach you a chord.
No, I'm all right.
Now, who repairs the hole in my church?
This is not your church. We gotta tear this all down and build it from nothing.
I didn't know
Oh, we're tearing it all down?
I didn't know you
Well,
were
it's a good
Renarian.
foundation, but these boards aren't gonna. You're not gonna. These rotted
Oh,
boards.
okay.
I was really looking forward to seeing the El Mariachi future.
That was super close to a natural
yeah.
1.
I was really hoping the like gun shooting thing was going to turn into like a running gag that every episode it was like, oh yeah, I'll show you sometime real soon, I promise, and it just never happened.
That's my plan, and you'll get paid for that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. You kind of owe him at that.
All right, we're moving into
Thanks, Lucy.
evening time, where Galen and his friend Hemlock are going out to do a turn on the watch on the northwest side of town. You are not an official member of the guard, Hemlock, but there's no rule that you can't just be walking alongside and
Right along.
Yeah. On his back. The two of you spend the evening walking up and down the docks. You deal with a series of drunk guys at the Capstan Tavern out there that they're causing a bit of a ruckus.
Just our party.
And you
Now that we have gold.
Yeah.
think you see some sort of theft going on, but it's actually legitimate dock workers just doing some late night loading. And nothing else happens out of the ordinary during your shift other than you are checked in on, Galen, by another guard sent by the captain to ensure that you are there doing your job. And you have completed your job. And they are excited to...
Best scene.
Oh, you're there. Bye.
Yeah, wave. Yeah.
And the guard says, you don't even know this guy's name. And he says, oh, so you're here. I'll report back to the captain about this. We haven't seen you around much.
Yeah, well, life takes you in different directions, and, I'm here. Captain said be here, I'm here.
All right, well, he told me to tell you you're here for the next 5 nights.
Is this one? Night 1.
This is night 1.
And then 4 more.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. He looks at you. Watch out for
This is
that.
my friend Hemlock.
Want me to take
have
this
you met
one?
Hemlock?
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No, Hemlock's just getting a tour of the city.
All right. And he walks away. Your evening is done. You wake up, everyone, the next day. And any of you who are wounded lose 1 wounded level. Your drain goes down as well, Agiri.
Fantastic.
Officially.
And everyone is now a level 2 officially. We have already done their level ups. If you're interested in hearing their thought processes and why they did what, check out patreon.com/gloriousbards and check out the level up video. All right, you guys wake up feeling stronger and bolder.
Look a little stronger today.
I feel a little stronger today and bolder.
Oh.
I'm going to jump out this window
Why do you want to jump out the window?
because it's right next to the door.
Just go through the door.
It's not as high as the window.
It's not as bold.
I decided to walk through the door instead. It's safer.
Why do you take away people's joy?
How is being reasonable taking away joy?
It's usually what taking away joy is.
Wow, we're all feeling bolder this morning.
We We could talk to Tamor at the wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
Tynor.
Tynor, the foreman.
Do we all, is Peg's our meetup place? Like,
Yeah.
This is where we all come together.
Yeah.
You notice that Galen's looking a little groggy because he was up late, but he did get some rest. Hemlock is
Well, at least you got that done and you're finished with that business now.
Hemlock. Hold on. Hemlock is looking particularly tired, though. Hemlock, you are fatigued.
Good times.
That is -1 to armor class and all saving throws.
Hey, that was a good time last night. I really appreciated the company.
Yeah.
But not so with Galen.
You're on
Not
your
so
own
good.
for the rest of your guard duty.
I thought you said that you just had the one night.
I'll buy you a cup of coffee, but can you loan me some coin?
I gave you 5 gold yesterday.
Oh,
You gave
did?
that away already?
No. Thanks. I forgot. I just forgot.
Yeah.
I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
Cookie has it. Can I get that gold?
So what's
So-
the plan
Go to
today,
the
guys?
wall?
We need to go see what we can do to help Tynor with this wall business.
Ugh, politics.
Yeah.
And then, did we want to talk to any wizard about the globe underneath the tower?
Well,
or
we gotta
keeping
go
that
check in
secret?
on that note we found. With the map Galen has. Some wizard that
Gasmore.
Gasmore
Yeah.
and Popper like held up or killed or
Yeah, we don't even know
we don't know.
what's going on there. That body could have been rotten for days now. We should probably check on that.
Not wizards. They
No.
don't rot.
They don't.
They don't?
What do they do?
Well, if
Do they
they're,
just disappear?
if they're anything like the blood witches, they just come back.
Oh.
That is so cool.
No,
It's horrible.
it's horrible because you can't stop them. You can't kill them. You can't end
Well,
them.
not
They
all
just
not all
return.
wizards are bad.
Yes,
you
they
know?
are.
Can you burn them?
No, they don't. Why doesn't everyone know this? You cannot kill a blood witch.
Do they float?
Yeah, but a blood witch and a wizard are similar, but they are different.
I don't know.
What,
that
wait,
that's
wait,
true.
wait, wait, wait. What makes someone a blood? Like, what's the definition of a blood witch? Like, how will I know one if I see one?
You'll know. She is a blood witch.
Yeah, so, like, what's 2 things that will let me know that she's a blood witch? Like,
She's a witch.
From a mile away! From a mile away, you can see that one going.
all right. Like, see that lady walking down over
And
there?
what's the blood-
How do I know she's not a blood witch? Just, I just want to be
No,
ready.
I just need coffee before we can have in this. Okay, so Jericho.
Now we're all
there's-
fatigued. Thanks, Jericho.
And we thought planning was bad.
Blood witches are very clearly powerful, and they wear the robes that show you that they're a blood witch. And if you don't notice right away, they will cause pain and havoc and wreak devastation and destruction all around anyone that challenges anything apart of what they say.
All right. I'm
When was
watching.
the-
I'm watching out
While
now.
you're whispering and revealing this information, Agiri is watching you and scribbling and taking notes of what you're saying.
All right.
When was the last time you saw a blood witch?
Was when I left, probably 6 cycles ago. Several suns.
I don't know what a cycle is either, so it's okay.
I was hoping it didn't show on my face.
No,
but
it did. Totally
you could
did.
see it. Okay.
What do you use the word for
A
here?
year.
When the moons
I think
go
you're saying a year.
A year when seasons change.
Oh.
That was in their cycles because we live primarily underground, so we don't follow all of them by the sky. But I was gone from my home 6 years ago.
Cycle's
say
fine.
cycles.
Cycle's fine. You say cycle. You do you.
And it was because of the
Blood.
blood
Yeah, they
witches
have
that took my mother at the time, Rihanna.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, thank you for letting me bring it up and remembering all of it. I appreciate you. It's been helpful.
Yeah, salt and wound.
Well, now that we've had
Started.
breakfast, let's
Well, technically,
let's head out to the new
Well,
wall.
on that note,
See what's going on.
let's get out of here.
All right, you guys head out to the new wall. You leave the interior city of Tabernary, pass by the current wall, and head out into the area known as the tents, which is tons and tons of tents and some wooden, new constructed wooden buildings that have been put up by a lot of the refugees from the war 5 years ago. There are a lot of people, a lot of comings and goings. Everything is just a chaotic mess that some people like. It's like Burning Man with even less fun at times happening going on there. There's mud that you're walking through at times once you get off the main path, and you're heading towards the new wall. The wall is slowly being built to create a whole separate area to encompass this tent region. And add a second wall to the city of Tabernary. It's maybe 20-25% of the way through, I'd say, complete. You head over there, and on this wall there are it's stacked high. There's battlements up on top. There's a bunch of tents, huge white stones that have been stored and brought, just piles of them everywhere. There are wooden cranes with lots of ropes and pulleys hanging over the latest spot to be constructed. You guys there in the morning, and up front is Hemlock. As you approach first, just a few feet in front of your friends, you hear a bit of commotion as you approach the wall, and you can hear someone say, "Stand back, I command, ow! Command you to stand back again!" Ah! From up ahead, as you approach the wall, you see there is a pit, a cut in the earth where they are slowly lowering in some large rocks as a foundation. There you see there are 4 guys involved in a fist fight. It is 1 gentleman versus 3. And he is armed in with a mace, some chainmail, doesn't seem to know quite what he's doing, is trying to fend them off. You recognize him as a cleric of the Church of Solene, and he is swinging his mace around 3 snickering thug-like type worker guys that are closing in around him. 2 just have their fists out, another one has a simple wooden club. Stand back! And then one of them comes over and clocks him, and he stumbles back and hits his back against the earthen wall. It's kind of like just a 10-foot deep, 20-foot deep pit, maybe a 15-foot deep pit, but it's a long trench type thing.
Oh, I'm gonna run in there.
Okay.
So they're down in a hole.
Yeah.
Basically.
You drop down in.
Yep.
Right behind. Stop, city guard! Stop!
Yeah, I assume I'm also aware of this.
We'll go with these guys first. There's a guy who instinctively lashes out upon Galen as soon as he hears that. And
One of the workers?
Yeah. He instinctively lashes
Don't be a
out.
worker for long.
That's Galen. Galen, your armor class. Is your armor class 8 or less?
No, it is
Then
not.
that is a miss. He swings with his club, misses, and just hits the earth
It's
wall
a
next
non-lethal
I'm
weapon.
going to draw a gun.
Hey!
No.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll give you shoot you a look like it's all right.
It's all right. My aim's good.
Yeah. And say, don't swing. Nobody swing another weapon. What is happening? Why are you attacking a cleric? Why are you attacking a priest?
And the guy with the club doesn't quite know what you have and throws his club at you haphazardly, and it also misses, and says, "What's it to ya?"
I'm taking this guy down.
Okay.
Not an attack. I just want to, let's call it a grapple.
Okay. You are easily able to tackle him down.
Yeah, okay, good.
You have him. Both of you are now down on the ground.
Okay.
The other 2 guys, one goes to...
Don't.
He doesn't.
We have business here at the wall, and we have to come across this. What's happening? Explain what's going on right now.
The cleric says, "These men were accosting some of the workers, and I decided to show them, business.
Why are you here?
I was here trying to see what was going on with the wall. I was checking things out. I have business."
Okay, climb up out of this hole
Right.
and stay there.
The ladder seems to have been damaged. Can I get a boost?
I got it.
And Dash will go over and will move his hand out, and literal steps will come out of the wall, moving their way up. You said it's 15 feet down?
Yeah.
So it'll go up in a circle, all up around the 15 feet of this.
Cool.
Did you just
Let's
take
start.
away supplying a ladder? Our cleric? How often is he going to get
He's
to
behind
do
you
that?
right now with a ladder. He's putting it back.
Let's put it back in the pocket.
Next time.
Dash, gain a hero point, by the way.
Please.
And
Take one from Christopher.
Take one for Christopher, yes. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
Just like his moment.
the
It's like, this is my.
You take the hero point, but all of us are shaking our
Yeah.
heads. Disappointed.
He has one job.
And that's to heal us, not to
ladder
make
guy.
ladders. That's beneath him.
the cleric of Solene makes his way up. Whoa, isn't this handy? Wizardry.
Oh no, that's
Move those back.
Pulls him out from under him.
He climbs up and says, "Why, thank you," and he pats you on the head. "Why, aren't you a fuzzy one?"
We don't pat our friends.
I do.
I'll go up and pat the cleric on the butt and go, "You're a fighty one, aren't you?" We pat our friends.
And
Yes,
who are you? Or shall I give you a nickname?
What?
I'll call you Moppet.
Oh, that's Dash is good. If you
No,
want
no.
that.
All right. What is your name?
Let's try. How about Dash?
No, no. What is your name?
Oh, sorry. I meant to say Dash.
He goes to Jericho. What's your friend's name?
This friend's
Yes.
name is Dash.
Really?
What's your name?
My name is Hellick. Very strong name. Not an action one takes.
Because you don't take actions. Is that
Did you not see me take action, sir? I am a priest of Solene. We are known for taking action. We can do anything.
what? What can you do?
Save the day.
Were you saving the day?
There was a day in progress of being saved, yes.
I have two friends down there that just saved your day.
Yes. And what are their names? Leap and Frolic?
Look under your foot.
He looks
Dash
up.
lifts a stone. Right up from under his foot. Just literally pulls it right up from under him.
Okay.
Just it's not huge. It's only about let's say softball sized, but enough that if he was carrying his weight on it, when it lifts up, it knocks him off of his balance
All right. He stumbles back a bit.
and just catches it.
Oh, a geomancer is what we call that. I know your kind.
You're very smart.
And he just makes the stone go away, dissipates it.
And
This
yes.
cleric doesn't seem befitting. Does he seem like he's wearing his armor appropriately?
yes.
Yeah, I
does.
mean, I have the same
Previous cleric
question.
of
Of, yeah,
I found this suit.
I think meanwhile in the hole, Hemlock and Galen, well, if I to the thugs, if we let you up,
Meanwhile, back in the hole.
you're right. You put your arms away, and you climb up those stone steps, and you sit there and you be quiet.
Well, let's not send him up there with that guy. Let's ask him some questions.
Okay, are you the good cop or the bad cop?
Both.
You're laying on top of a grown man right now.
Yeah, we're still we're having this conversation.
All right.
Let him up. We'll talk to the three of
Quick
these,
sidebar.
our friends.
Yeah, just-
All right.
Can I get
Talk
a?
to the,
I'm having
the
conversation.
priest
I
or
let you
whatever
up.
he is.
You gonna fight?
He says, "Let me up, asshole."
No, I don't think so.
The other guy says, "I thought you said you were city guard. I don't see any armor on you. Like looks like guard armor."
Hey,
it's
Settle,
got the insignia right here, buddy.
settle down. What? So what was happening?
Guy says, it's none of your business. You're not a guard, and I don't think he is either.
I'm the one that can put you down in this ground.
All right. I think I'm gonna intimidate this guy. Yeah.
I'm just letting it all fly off the rails at this point.
Yeah.
Jericho's gonna sit on the edge, just kind of like this.
Yeah. I don't care whether you think I'm city guard or not, but if you don't start answering questions, you're gonna be spending the night in jail.
Make an intimidation roll. -1.
Hero point that shit.
That was a 1.
Oh my gosh.
Can't roll worse than a 1.
No, you can't, but you can roll it too.
Welcome to the Bards.
So
Hero
with my
points.
intimidation score, that's actually a 10.
With the -1?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh no, that's a 9.
9, okay. He says, quit your complaining. You're not putting anyone in jail. You let go of me or we'll knock some sense into you. The other guy says, yeah, we'll knock sense.
Not a good idea. Yannick, you want to jump down here?
And Yannick kind of looks down. He's like, "Do you need my help?" And he's kind of like asking, but he's looking at
Oh.
the guys.
Make a intimidation with +1.
14.
Okay. The guy says, the second guy says, no, we don't want any trouble. I think we've made our point.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
answer our questions. What has happened? Why were you attacking? Why were three of you attacking one person?
We weren't attacking no one. He started attacking us. And then you hear from above, oh, that's not quite right. They were damaging some of these pulleys and destroying the property.
Who are you? 3. Who are you? Where do you come from? Do you work for Tyner? Do you work on the wall?
The guy underneath you says, hell no. He tries to struggle but can't get free.
You know a guy by the name of Plen?
What's it to you?
Yeah, you know a guy named Plen.
How much room you got in your jail cells?
Oh, it's pretty full, but these 3 will fit right. You may not have a good time of it, though. There's some rougher guys than these in there.
Good.
Yeah. How much did Plen pay you to come here?
They get sheepishly quiet.
Yeah.
Say nothing. One of them walks around you, but it's hard because it's narrow, so he's scooting past you, heading towards the broken ladder.
Boom!
Oh shit.
I don't shoot him, but I do shoot close enough to him to
All right.
fiddle his pants a
There's a
little.
loud crack, and he ducks down as the earth next to him goes splattering across him. And he cowers.
I think that's about enough stepping.
He says, well, we said we don't want any trouble.
How much did Plen pay you?
He paid us a couple silver each.
And when did that happen?
And the third guy who hasn't spoken much says, well, last night
And where was that?
at the tavern we were at,
Name of the tavern.
Capstan.
All right. You, pointing to the guy below me that I'm still kneeling on. You're going to jail. You, the guy who tried to climb up out of the pit, you're going to jail. You, pointing at the third guy, you're sending a message to Plen.
I like it.
Hemlock. What
Um,
message do you want to deliver?
Just tell him what happened here and tell him we'll be along to see him shortly.
He says, okay.
Get.
He gets. He scrambles up to the top. Up at the top, we have a priest, Hellick, who comes over to you and says, you look like you are from the Kerahell church. Are you the local priest? If so, I have a message that I'm supposed to deliver from Edland Home, where I was doing some research at your great library there.
I recognize you, priest. I am not in charge of this temple, but I am affiliated with it.
Can you pass this along then? I have a message from the high priest there for someone named Yannick. Agiri is his name. And he hands over a sealed scroll case.
Agiri takes it, gives a small bow and a reciprocal gesture of some sort of connection or bond between two priests who are not of the same order.
All right.
The cleric secret handshake.
If it was the same order.
Out of order.
Yes,
Secret
you're out of order.
handshake.
Out of order.
He says, well, I certainly thank you, actually, and he leans over and down into the pit. I thank you, too, in particular, for your help today.
Just doing my job.
You're welcome.
And he gets away from the edge and says, well, I have some business with the mayor. I wish you all a wonderful day, and thank you again for your help.
Climbing up out of the thing. What? Just out of curiosity, what are you going to see the mayor about?
It's church business, I'm afraid.
Anything we have also another, members of a church
Oh.
here as well.
I am so sorry. So lean church business, you understand.
I understand now.
Well, farewell. And he heads off.
Galen, I heard you talking about sending them to jail.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel about maybe earning some goodwill with them and setting them free instead?
We need people who are willing to trade information for their freedom.
What information do we need?
Penn paid them to come here and disrupt. With that knowledge, we can confront Glenn, but we have no leverage without it.
I was kind of thinking about a plan. Instead of making Plem our enemy, I was hoping we could make an ally of him by the end. And convince him that this wall is a good idea.
I'm not opposed to that idea, but I think it would be foolish for us to let our aces out of the hole, so to speak.
You are the lawman, and I will not dispute you on this, but it seems like we have the information we need already. And holding them could create more ill will than is necessary if we are trying to, like I would like to attempt to, at least get the merchants on board with this wall and convince them that it's going to bring in trade and money.
You make more
An
friends with butter
opportunity
than you do
for
with
them.
sauerkraut, as my grandma always said.
Yeah, this guy swung a club at me and threw
Is
it
this
at him.
important?
I'll tell you what, middle ground. Why don't we just let these guys cool their jets behind bars for 24 hours? That way it gives us time to talk to Plen, and if things don't work out, then we know we can come back. We already have their word. Plen paid them, and I'm sure that they don't want to spend a longer time behind bars for,
That seems very reasonable.
all right.
Yes.
We could just charge them a 2 silver fine right here.
No, we're not
No.
doing that.
Him like already has him tied up.
Yannick's just shaking his head at you.
We can confiscate the silver and turn it over to the guard, along with these two.
Yeah, we could confiscate the silver and make sure it gets turned over.
I will confiscate the silver and turn it over to the guard.
And I am the guard.
So, at this point, I imagine there is a a patrol that will be along at some point around these areas. We can
Not
go back into the city.
Way. Yeah, you can go to the gate. The guard
Yeah,
does
yeah,
not
yeah.
come outside. But you can go to the gate and you find the old guard Cheem there, and you can pass along these guys to him, and he takes them.
Great. Thank you, Cheem. Just hold on to these guys for the next day. We'll be along to determine what happens with them next.
Done.
That was cool
and
what you
I
did
think
with those stones.
I'm gonna try and
Thank
find Taynor.
Okay.
Sorry, carry on.
To Taynor,
Taynor.
the foreman of the new wall. You
Should
find
probably spell
him.
that differently, though.
He is in a tent that has been, which is really a tarp that's been constructed around these huge blocks that have been stored in almost a building-like shape. You just put a big tarp across it. These blocks to be used later on for the wall. You approach him. There are several workers that are getting some stuff prepared and going. And you see Tyner. You met him before. He's a barrel-chested, strong-armed fellow. And he sees you coming, and he says, "Hello there."
Good morning. There was some trouble in the pit earlier this morning, it seemed like.
Yes, I heard about that from one of my workers. Vandals. Seems to be getting more and more frequent.
Yeah, they seem to be attempting to slow down the construction here.
You won't be surprised to find that they were paid by plan.
Oh. No, I'm not. And I remember your faces.
Yes, we have been here before, and we spoke previously.
And remind me whom you might be.
I am Yannick, fighter of Kerahell.
Oh,
This is priest of Kerahell, Agiri. This is Galen, city guard, resident of Tabernary, all-around upstanding citizen.
I'm Jericho, swayer of crowds.
But do you want to persist? Get to carry on.
I just did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then there's Dash, the Yosoki,
Hemlock.
and the shady fellow over there is Hemlock.
almost literally.
Yeah.
And I think last time we met, you were looking for work, or
We found some work, and we're actually in charge now of helping you take care of any challenges that you have building this wall here. How can we help you?
The mayor petitioned us for help to
Yes.
ensure that the wall construction
Oh.
stays on track.
Mayor Hale sent you.
Nah. Nah.
Well, that could change things if we're talking about some warriors like yourselves.
We're more here on a advisory capacity.
Yeah, I'm sure that's the case.
What troubles are you having?
Recon in force.
Let's come inside. You all take that out to the trench there. He says to some of his workers, "Come inside and put that wooden door-looking thing roughly in the way." And he lights up a lantern inside his little makeshift workshop tent area. And you guys go inside. There is a big plank door thing you can kind of lean up that's kind of takes the place of a door. And he sits down at a long cot that is next to a long table that is a bunch of papers and drawings and all sorts of stuff and maps. And he sits down and says, "Oh, if you've been sent by the mayor, then I'm glad that my request for aid has finally come through. We are definitely in need of some particular assistance."
What particular?
You hear a knocking sound on the door. Bang, bang, bang. That might be the answer to your question right there. If you could.
Do you need to teach your people self-sufficiency?
Hemlock will move the board.
All right. You move the door. You see a thin halfling with a satchel bristling with scrolls trying to move the door and being unable until you do it for him. And he goes, "Okay. I almost had it."
Oh, I know. I saw you.
He says, "Step aside, please."
Walk steps inside.
All right, he scoots past you and scoots past, make sure not to touch anyone, and says, "What are you giggling at, Christopher?"
It's the Frosthaven thing.
Okay. And he makes his way over and says, "Vaynor, I'm here a little early, but I'm confused as to who these all are."
Well, I'm Yannick. Lord of Kerahell. This is the priest Agiri of Kerahell.
Okay, I'm sure that's great.
This is Galen, city guard, citizen of
Rifling
Tabernary.
through the scrolls he's carrying.
He says, "Excuse me," and slaps your hand away. That is official city business.
Ooh, that sounds intriguing. What kind of business?
City business. Oh, sorry.
Vaynor says, the mayor's sent these gentlemen to help us. As you know, they're connected with some churches and are fighters of great renown.
We're here on an advisory capacity.
I'm sure. And
We're here on official city business.
well, we definitely have need of some help. The wall is at a bit of a standstill, not due to the workers, though we need more workers. Well, we can't afford them. It's not the point. We have the resources, plenty of stone. There's more we can't quite afford. That's not the point. Problem is that there's some special construction going on with the new wall that we require assistance with. There's some particular rocks, and the other halfling comes over and says, "You can't tell me." No, the mayor said that. No, you can't. Well, I'll go tell. I don't care who you said. We got him. He brushes him off. There's some rocks that we need to, let's say, complete the wall. Chris, why are you looking at me so weird?
Tell me about these rocks. What's so special about these rocks?
The rocks really help complete. They bring the wall together. Yes.
These rocks really tie the wall together.
He said they are.
Is it the feng shui?
So they are rocks that are necessary for the layout and the design that we have been implementing so far. We've been waiting on half a dozen to arrive, specifically half a dozen to arrive, and they have not arrived.
Are these coming in via barge?
No, they're supposed to be coming in via wagon from a mine that has been reopened just for this very project.
What kind of rocks are they?
Special rocks.
Yeah, what kind of special rocks are they?
Because I'm a little hesitant, and the halfling comes over and says, "No, you can't." They're special rocks.
The more we know, the better we can assist you. And we were sent by the mayor, mind you. Mayor.
I don't know that we can really help you find these rocks and gather them unless we really know what it is we're finding and gathering for you.
He says, what they are is what's called a and the halfling says, "No, what they are isn't important. And if you are who you say you are, then you can help by minding your old P's and Q's."
I grab one of the scrolls out of the bunch that he's carrying and just casually start reading it and walking outside.
Have that back!
I walk outside with it in my hands.
He goes storming out after you, tries to take it from you.
I'm just holding it up here.
All right. And then he immediately walks away and out of the construction area and back through the tents and leaves the whole scene altogether.
Vaynor, who is that little man?
He says, that is a very important city administrator by the name of Merrill.
That probably has not moved our mission forward very well.
Well,
Got you the opportunity to talk to Vaynor in private, didn't it?
we've I think we've done a couple. We've stopped a couple things happening at this job site. I think we've shown you a little bit of faith that we're not here to do harm, giving us a little bit of trust. Should be fair.
I'm extending this trust to you. No one but me and Merrill know about these stones to begin with. And I certainly am not stupid enough to cause trouble for Merrill.
That's fine. Instead of telling us what they are, where are they? They're supposed to be here. Where is the mine that just reopened?
He goes and gets a ledger out, starts looking at some numbers. He says, there's a mine to the southeast that Merrill helped set up. He has done some research, connected with some sort of wizard to figure out where to find these stones. An operation with the mine was set up, paid for by the mayor, and everything had been going swimmingly, but we have not gotten the last 6 stones. We need those 6 stones, or the other ones are quite useless. And I cannot proceed. I can maybe do another 60 feet of the wall before I need the next. And we need those 6 stones returned.
Are there workers at this mine?
There are. There is a foreman in particular named Denner, and it is my belief that he is once again trying to hold out for more money. I have asked Merrill to speak with the mayor and see if he could acquire more funds, saying that let's just pay the man and get this done, since it is the last 6. Merrill was coming to give me the final word on that, but he is now not here.
Is it in the scroll by any chance?
Says I do not believe so.
How dangerous are these rocks?
Not dangerous at all.
Okay.
If they're not dangerous, what's so special about them? We're all being very hush-hush, secret here. How will we know what we're looking for? What's so special about these?
We've already discussed this. I cannot tell you more than that. If you are been sent by the mayor, this is how you can help. The wall cannot proceed. I simply need dinner paid. So what I need Merrill here, so I need you to go find him and bring him back here. Make sure that we have the money that's been allotted, and then pay Denner and his men and bring the stones back.
How big are these stones?
He holds out a big open hand. It's bigger than my hand by just a little.
Okay.
Dash, without even speaking, just runs out to go get Merrill.
Okay.
Follows the direction he saw where he's going.
While he does that, I would like to cast a spell.
Okay. What spell would you like to cast?
Read the air.
Okay.
You take a deep breath as you survey a social situation, showing courtesy to all. And my body language subconsciously changes, and I take advantage of information, use it in my interactions with people. Basically, helps twist the situation. Bonuses a diplomacy check.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to convince him that we need more information about these stones, if possible.
Role play out that diplomacy effort.
I will do so. I understand your fears, and it seems that some awkwardness has happened here, but we were sent. And if we are to help this wall be successful, as everyone wants, as the halfling wants, as you want, as we want, and most importantly, as the mayor wants, all information must be on the table for us to be successful. And I know you don't want to be in the way of that. I know Dana didn't want that. We certainly don't want that. So let's just put the stresses of a moment ago aside. Let's put all the cards on the table and try to help this wall be as successful as possible. And the mayor to be as happy with all of us as we can.
All right, make a diplomacy roll. Your target number is a difficult 21.
Okay.
Add +1 for your spell and add +1 for your role plan.
Alrighty.
luck.
That's a +10. 18.
Okay.
You have a hero point?
I do. Let's just
Towards
use
the
it.
end of it?
Let's just blow that hero point. See what we got.
Can't get worse than an 18.
27.
Oh!
We're a well-spent hero point.
He says, all right. But this has to remain here
Oh, yes.
within the 6 of you. It will essentially be...
5. Dash isn't.
Oh, yes.
He doesn't need to
Never
know.
tell the rat.
we
tell
never
him
do.
Nothing.
He says it have to remain here. It is only you 5, myself, Meryl, and the mayor that know this. And it must remain a secret.
Then so it shall.
These stones, and we'll take our break there. We will be right back after this. See you in a bit. The foreman, Tynor, leans in. The mayor has some concerns with the city. Some concerns about a dark nature. Things that are doing more than go bump in the night. Why are you acting like that?
I'm with you. I'm listening.
Looks confused. I'm trying to tell you here that there's something that's really got the mayor worried. And apparently, he wants some protection. And these stones, they're called projection stones, can do just the thing. You see, Marrow loves to get his nose into different things and read his books. And he found out that there are these stones that, if used in just the right way, well, supposedly, they can keep out horrific demons.
Well, it seems like something you'd like to not have in your city.
Well, it's certainly got the mayor worried. I'm certainly following along with what I know and the research we've done. What Merrill's done is that the stones were located in this mine. We've got a wizard in the mine who's helping locate them. I don't think he knows what they're for.
What's his name again?
His name is Fitzer,
Yeah.
and he's been helping the miners find them and dig them out. But they have to be the exact amount in the exact right spacing. We've gotten a few already installed in the wall. They have to be installed in a stable structure of stone as it's newly created. We already have them in sections of the new wall, and several months ago we also created several statues, those really basic statues out on the docks and across the riverside. So we're covering all sides of the city. The last section will be what's left of the new wall, and it needs 6 stones. With 5 stones, it's of no use.
Right out.
But 3.
Except as thou dost goes to 6.
And Fitzer says he's got a bead on definitely the 6 that we need. But again, I think he is talking to Denner and maybe talking up that there's more value to them. So Denner and his miners might make a little more extra coin. Normally that would piss me off, but I've got to get this wall built, and the mayor's wants the wall built from now more reasons than anyone else knows. You now know.
Well, it seems like we need to find out if this McMarrow person has the gold. And then visit the mine, maybe.
How far away is the mine? You said it's to the southeast. Can you show us on a map?
About how far will it take us to get there?
He gets out a map of the Kingdom of Navarre, and you see Tabanry, and he points to the southeast. And he points to the southeast. He says it's a couple days down that direction. We can ask Meryl to draw up something more specific.
Okay.
And then he'll get you a map. Denner's folks, they go under a company banner of red square with a black dog over it to identify their operation. They came out of Mirskan is where we had to find them. Denner seems like an okay guy, but
Well, if he's holding you for ransom, he's not that okay of a
gold
guy.
is gold, maybe.
Huh?
What?
But
Has Merrill or the mayor said anything more about this darkness they're worried about?
No. I asked a little bit, but they said it was none of my business. My business was to focus on the wall with these projection stones.
Oh, yeah. You're in construction, right? You're not a demonologist.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Dash, you are unable to find. Maybe you might be able to make a perception roll. 17.
Ooh, level 2 perception roll. It's 14.
Nope, you can't. He's lost in the crowd. You look left and right. Make a society roll. 15.
Society roll level 2, untrained. It's make sure I want to see read that right. Yeah, it's a natural 1. Just make sure I saw that. Yeah, no, that's a 1. Got it right. I have 2 hero points though, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend that and try
You only
again
need 1.
just real quick. Without okay, yeah, so 10.
Total of 10. All right. Never mind.
Oh, thanks.
You're not attacked by the crowd.
You lose sight of him.
Dash will head back.
Okay.
And we'll kind of walk in.
I couldn't see him.
I understand the short guy looking for short guy in the crowd thing is difficult. I understand.
Thank you.
Vaynor, does he work in the mayor's office? Is mayoral? Is that where we could find him?
Yeah, I'd imagine he'll be back sometime.
Here or
Yeah.
okay?
Agiri's friend probably knows him.
The only thing he likes, the thing he likes least in life is unfinished business, and he came here to resolve this.
He's probably just waiting for us to leave. I bet he's watching us right now. He can
Could
see
be.
everything.
Now, where is? I want to look and see if I see him peeking through somewhere right now.
You head outside of this ramshackle.
No, from right now where I'm standing.
Where you're standing.
Yeah, right now.
You see nothing in the 20-foot walls around you.
Checks out.
I will hand the scroll over.
Okay.
There was nothing useful on it.
Budgetary figures about the wall.
And this to Meryl with my apologies.
And this to Meryl with my congratulations. No, I'm kidding.
Well, we can come back in a little bit. We can.
You're
set
welcome to
up-
wait here, or I can send a runner to come find you if he shows up.
We're gonna need to head out to that mine place, right?
Oh, it's a couple days away. We need to talk to. If we need to pay somebody off, I don't want to do it out of our pockets.
Yeah.
We've got a couple of leads to follow up with.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, let's check on this red door, Miss Wizard.
Yeah. That might be the same one.
And
Possibly. Yeah. Yeah, we need a plan for
What is that plan?
how.
What's that plan?
Right, a plan for Plum. We need a plum plan.
We need a plum plan.
Before we go and visit him, we should have a kind of a course of action of how we want to tackle that situation.
Galen has a house. If you need to reach us, you could send a message to Galen's house because he's always there.
why don't we make that Peg's Tavern?
Pigs also has a tavern.
You
We
got a
go
sister
there.
who works there.
All right.
We do.
You can take messages for you.
I'll send word there for Yannick.
Yes,
Okay.
He's our leader.
I'm hardly a leader. I'm just in charge of what's happening right now.
I'm just in charge.
I'm just in charge of these fools.
All right. What'd you guys like to do?
As we walk out, I mean, once we get like away from the crowd, does anyone else have an itch in the back of your mind that's like a deep-seated worry that's partially making you wet yourself right now?
No.
I have a deep-seated worry every day of my life.
It's called generalized anxiety.
Well, this might just be me, but so we had one person who was trying to gather scrolls on summoning evil dark things, and then we found a place where maybe some evil dark thing was locked away, and now they're putting these stones and statues that they say are to keep away evil dark things, but maybe it's the exact opposite. Maybe this is what's used to break that thing that you found, and they're trying that this wall isn't really a wall to Okay, call me crazy.
No,
but-
I'm picking up
crazy.
what you're putting down. I mean, who knows? We know nothing, next to nothing about these projection stones. They could work both ways. We're
Maybe
talking about keeping demons out, but
maybe that's what cracks the what did you call that thing that blew you up and almost killed you? And
A
made you-
barrier spell.
maybe these, because with this, yeah, I mean, there's a summon demon stuff getting stolen out of your library, and then a place that's locking away something, and they hated bad things, and now they're circling that thing with stones that have to do with demons, but they say they're to keep them out, but maybe they're really to keep them out from being kept out. They're really to pull them out.
You should take a breath. You're talking in circles.
Well,
Jericho, this land's
I'm
been
pinching a dime right now because I think I'm about to tinkle myself out of fear.
this land's been plagued by dark things for decades now. Maybe they're just being precautious. Maybe they're just being cautious. I just made up a word.
Taking
Ah, it sounded good to me. I liked it.
Yeah.
If the demon's name that they're summoning is Predathus, I'm even more scared because that's scary. I could be entirely wrong, but all those things all hit me, and they're being really secretive. I think if I were mayor, I might advertise that I'm building a keep out demons wall, not hide it.
something of this scale and power is nothing I've seen before. This is unprecedented in my experience, and we should definitely look into this before we just willy-nilly the stones over to create some kind of powerful spell or connection that encircles the city.
Well, I mean, in all fairness, they're not our stones. We wouldn't be handing them over. They've already got them. They've already built them. These are just the last of the stones.
But
So
if,
would it matter if we keep them back or not? Or would that make us another dinner?
if they are for some nefarious purpose, I believe it is our duty to intercede. But as with all things, with knowledge brings the ability to make wise decisions. And I don't think we have enough knowledge at this moment to make wise decisions.
But we have Agiri, so you know the
But-
answer, don't you?
He speaks wisdom, as much as I try to. We are finding demons in dark places that may not even exist.
Okay. I'm just scared. I just wanted to tell you guys that I'm scared. That's all I want. I'm still talking in circles on it. Can you make me stop now?
Yes.
Rochambeau, wizard or plant?
Wizard.
Rochambeau.
Because the wizard, we need like 20 minutes less of planning, so
that's a
let's do
decision,
that.
Not a Rochambeau.
Because we need to talk to Plem.
What was
We need a plan for Plem.
hey Agiri,
Yes.
that other cleric we met earlier?
Yes,
He gave you a message, yeah?
Truly, he did. I haven't had time to read it.
Maybe we should see what that is.
Who could address to?
To you and I.
Me? Why do I not know about this message?
You were standing right there. I was in a hole when I knew about it.
We know of the message. Just
funny,
haven't
or
had
I
time
don't.
to read it. We dashed off over here.
Can we read this message?
If we're given time for it, sure. Then what is the
Let's take the
message that I am
time.
reading?
All right, as you guys are still in the tense area with the crowds going
Excuse
to and
us for a
fro.
moment there, Tynor. We need to read something.
No, you left that. You're
I
in the
think
tense
we
area.
were
Having that
not
conversation
having that
about Tyler.
conversation in front
You
of
crack
Clearly
open
did
the
not have
message.
my
Who's reading
conversation
it?
with Tyler.
I will read it.
All right, you have read the message. It reads, Dear Yannick and Acolyte Agiri, I hope your travels to Tabernae have been uneventful and that this message finds you in her good graces. The temple has need of your diplomatic skills.
Fuckers!
A priest visiting Tabernae last year reported some old ruins in the middle of Copperfield Plaza in the center of the city. He believes this would be a good site to build a new temple to the Captain. We have background on the current story. Please see if this whole space and be refurbished and construct a new symbol of the Kerahell and Light Breach. Speak to Mayor Hale about the donated space and send a message back when the
What we
High
had
Priest
read
Morag Temple
before.
Kerahell.
It's the same message they got before.
I don't know.
Why are they sending multiple messages?
It is the same message.
Why are they sending the same message multiple times?
I would send multiple messages to ensure the person received the message in event of hazard.
Maybe.
Is there a subtext?
When did you send a reply?
We have not replied.
Sent a reply.
Oh, so they don't know that you got the message.
The message would have resolved 2 days ago, and then today. It didn't have a sense of urgency to it, so no reply. We just got back from the mayor. We just discussed options for the temple and investigated the temple.
Some people need assurances that their messages are received. May not be a bad idea to just say you're working on it.
Is that unusual for them to send a message like that multiple
It
times?
seems excessive.
They'll send missives all the time.
I mean, but will they send the same missive multiple messengers?
Would that be a commonplace thing?
Yeah.
How common is it for
As Galen mentioned, bandits.
the one temple to send a message through an acolyte of another temple?
A little less common, but not unheard of. Celine and Kerahell have close relations. They are.
And other gods as well.
Yes.
Other temples.
They.
You guys get along?
Knowledge spreads through every faith.
Oh, well, that's really sweet to hear. I like that.
You see Meryl walking sternly in your general direction. Doesn't seem to see you, though, because you're in a big crowd in this tent area. You're maybe 10 feet off the main path. He's coming down the path. He is flanked by 3 city guard in their armor and swords, quickly keeping up behind him. 2 guards you don't even know by name, Galen, but the third you do recognize by name. His name is Captain Vaynor.
Stay out of this one.
As they approach, I salute Captain Vaynor.
All right. And he calls out and says, Galen, and keeps walking on by. And Meryl says, that's him right there. And Vaynor stops and
And a good day
raises,
to you, Meryl.
he raises an eyebrow and says, this man here, yes, he stole it. He took city property.
I don't recall doing that.
And Captain Vaynor says, hold on, and keeps Meryl back a bit. And he comes over to you and grabs you by the arm and pulls you away from your friends, Galen. And taller than you, more mustachier than you,
Oh.
more broad-shouldered than you, definitely more handsome than you.
Well, you know.
Definitely.
Does he look again?
You
Oh,
do
yeah.
eye of the beholder.
Yeah. He's like an Italian Superman.
It's like
That's
Fabio and
Tom's
Henry
vision.
Cavill had a baby together.
It's me, Superman.
Supermanio.
I'm just getting garlic breath. That's all I'm getting.
I am a Super Mario.
Supermanio.
He says, still holding onto your arm, what's going on here?
The mayor has requested our help getting the construction of the wall back on track. Just doing this in my spare time. You received word I was on my patrol last night, yes?
What's going on with you and the administrator?
I don't know.
He
What?
says you stole from him.
I don't recall doing that. I
Recall to it.
he had some papers with him that we just perused, but you'll find them
Well,
all with Vaynor.
He pulled him away, so I unfortunately, Yannick isn't there to refute that.
Make a
Luckily your morality can't
deception
be
roll.
impugned.
I'm not deceiving. They're with Vaynor.
Make a deception roll.
That is a 19.
19. He says, well, I'll take your word over anyone like that one, nodding over at Merrill.
He's a bit much, isn't he?
He's a lot. But so is what I'm hearing from you. I don't want to hear any more about this strange, funny business that you're concocting about mayor work. No mayor work, no craziness. Show up at your assigned shifts and do your job.
Absolutely.
He goes over and says, I'm afraid this is not the man. No, he's the one. No. If he says he didn't, he didn't. He is a member of the city guard. And
Galen just kind of leans back and just kind of
basks in it.
with the just kind of make sure that the crest is a little visible.
And if you can't trust the guard in the city of Tabernary, then you can trust no one. The two guards around him kind of raise their eyebrows.
I trust nobody, man.
He says, go back to wherever you say this was lost and see if you can find your little paper. It is not on this man. That, I assure you.
It falls to the floor.
See, it's not on him.
It's clearly off him.
And he snaps his fingers at his two guards to go. Then he casts a look at the five of you to know exactly who you are in his memory.
Have you met my friends, Captain
No,
Vaynor?
you don't need.
Yeah.
We all just split up in different ways.
Take the win. I'm sure Yannick would be happy to introduce you to each and every one of us. Yannick, you go first.
And the captain walks off. Merrill heads back to Tynor's staging area.
Excuse me. Let's make ourselves scarce.
Well,
Now
one of us should go in and talk to the two of them.
One, two, three,
He
not
seemed
it.
to like you, Jericho.
Weren't even in contention of being.
What do you want from Merrill?
Well, supposedly there was maybe some money that we need to give to the chief operator. of this-
Dinner.
Yeah, of the mine.
I'll go find that.
Yeah, we need to find out.
We'll stay right here. Wait
Need
for
money
it.
for dinner.
Need to make sure that deal moves forward.
While he does that, though, I'm going to try to identify some items.
Okay. What are you going to try and identify?
The metal vial with a silver liquid.
Oh, all right.
A pin with a metal top. An elixir of... I don't know. The elixir and then a potion.
Are you trained in occultism?
Nope, but I have a feat called Crafter's Appraisal.
All week I've been trying to remember what that one is.
So I can identify things with my crafting ability.
Nice. I have to make this roll for you, I'm
Yep,
afraid.
it's a plus 12.
It is not a plus 12. I got
It is a plus 6.
I got it as really?
My crafting? Yep.
Oh, I had it as a plus 5. Okay, I'll double check that on my end. Your character sheet's probably good. All right, I have you identifying the silvery thing.
The vial?
Yes.
Yep.
And you have identified that. It takes 10 minutes to do ID, and that was the one that Jericho helped find. It is silver sheen oil. A one-time use you can slather onto a melee weapon or thrown weapon. And for the next hour, it counts as silver instead of whatever it normally does for any creature that might be vulnerable to silver. The second one, the pin, you don't know. Was there something else?
An elixir, and then a potion that we found those.
In the fortress.
Yep.
You've
Back
got
when we found the dagger with the rune of potency and the satchel, the vial of ghost ink, and the elixir of minor elixir of life, we found another potion and an elixir as well. That we did not
Anything I
identify.
can't identify, I will give to Agiri to see what he
Okay.
thinks of it.
You have identified the other elixir as another minor elixir of life in a different shaped bottle for some reason. So you have two of those essentially.
In order to force us to have two identifies.
Did
And
we use one in the last?
No,
Said
I
no.
believe Dash has.
And the potion you found is an anti-venom potion. This is a potion that can be drunk, and you immediately get a flat 10 check to get rid of any persistent poison damage you are taking, and then you get a bonus to fortitude saves to avoid any persistent poison damage. It's not necessarily a poison. It's going to be something that does poison damage, like a creature that does something nasty over and over and over again. So you found that one. Yeah.
I give both the anti-venom and the silver sheen oil to Yannick.
Oh.
I keep the elixir of life.
Thank you.
All right, and that
These will
left
come in
a
handy.
pin for Agiri.
And the pin, we have no idea what that does.
Agiri.
So that was the
Agiri.
silver vial and the anti-venom?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing the check can be made next week, or is it able to be checked this
What do you
time
mean?
around?
Should be
Takes
able to
10
check it right
minutes.
now.
Oh, okay. All right. That's just-
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes.
Just once per level.
Sorry, it's an older system I'm thinking about.
Right. Two things happen. Number one, I forgot to mention, due to the craziness of dealing with Meryl and the delay that happens, we're adding a tension die.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So for those of you at home, tension dice, we can have up to 6 of them, and as they start to build up, crazy things can happen. So we're dropping it in there with the lovely sound. Damn it!
Wow.
Let's try that again.
Could not have done that any worse.
With the lovely sound. Hopefully that worked.
Shaq and the free throw.
Right. You are unable to identify what it is, and it takes you way longer and more complicated and additional fuss with a critical failure. We're adding another die.
Fantastic.
that
Way to
as
go,
well.
Agiri.
So now,
Every time Galen tries to see something, it adds a die.
Yeah.
Don't let Galen touch.
I want that
anything.
scroll. No!
Let me see that pin. That pin looks cool.
okay, what are you guys doing?
We're going to go to the red door.
I was talking to
Oh,
Dragon
yes.
to go talk.
Yeah.
to
Because
Meryl.
Galen can try to identify that, can he?
You can if you are trained in different things.
I am trained in Arcana and Occultism.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I can do that. Arcana +3 or +4?
+4 Arcana and +4 Occultism.
Gotcha. On the pin. You do not know what that is.
If I will take a look at it, if it's occultism,
you check
I
it out.
am trained in it at +6. I am not trained in Arcana, though.
You do not know what it
Okay,
is.
very good. It's a pin with a thing on it.
You don't know what it is.
I don't
All
know
right.
what the thing is.
Okay.
I've now been in with Meryl for 3 hours.
We're just passing this like vial around, drinking it.
Should I hold on to it?
Oh, I can hold on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
why don't you hold on to it?
All right, I'll hold on to it.
All right. So we have Jericho heading back to speak with Vaynor and Meryl. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. You make your way back in there. You slip past the door that's barely open. That's not quite a door. And you hear Meryl in there. He said I lost it and now it's here. And you appear. What do you want?
Well, clearly, my only goal here is to do what the mayor has asked me and to help you accomplish the goal that you set out and find these stones, whatever they are, and get them fully taken care of and set up into this wall as you want and as the mayor has dictated. And I understand that you need us to go see Dana about this and make sure that they get here. Just want to make sure that that happens for us. So that's my only goal.
How come you're the only reasonable one with the rest of you mercenaries?
Too many of them have spent too long swinging weapons and getting hit in the head.
I can see that. Vaynor says, so the money, Meryl. What about the money? And Meryl says, well, Denner sent notes several weeks ago that the conditions were getting harder and harder for the miners. You were against it. I was for it. The mayor has coughed up the money. and he pulls out a big pouch and drops it. 300 gold in value, platinum to be specific, though.
We're rich. Moving to Merscon.
And Tainor says, well, these are associates of the mayor who have been sent by the mayor, and they are going to help us. Isn't that right?
That's 100% and our only goal in this.
So then, what the mayor and I am asking is for you to deliver this extra payment and making that clear to Denner. The final payment.
Yes, absolute.
And
then secure the last 6 stones.
That
and
is
the delivery.
Utmost priority and bring them
100%.
back.
100%.
The sooner the better, as each day we have a couple days of work, but we will be stalled after that.
All right. And what? But several days to get there, yes, and then several days to get back.
Right.
So,
Any questions?
just the map and directions to get to the mine.
And why in the world you think I'm going to give them 30 platinum? That's not going to happen. I like you, but I don't like you like you.
Well, do you want Denna to get the money or not?
I can't give you 30 platinum. You know how hard it was to get this as is?
Then
Do you know the paperwork I had to fill out and verify myself and file myself for me to review later and make sure I did it right?
I'll sign. But if you need it to get to Denna, then it must make the trip.
Tainor says, we have no other choice. Denner is, if he comes back here, and we don't know when that might be, it will just delay things even further.
I'll just give him my most trustworthy puppy dog eyes that I have.
Meryl says, fine. Map? He taps his head. Here. And he grabs the satchel. And we will deliver this. And he puts the coins into his satchel and zips it up tight.
Are you coming with?
Yes.
That is tremendous.
Lead on.
Well, when are you
Lead on, please.
when are you going to be ready to leave? Because you need food for the trip, and we need to make sure that we have.
Oh, I suppose you had that all taken care of.
I don't even know how long the trip is, so how would I have that prepared?
It's 2.5 days, one way.
Well, now that I know that, we can get rations arranged and.
Less talking. You're being paid somehow, right? Let's go.
No, apparently not.
I'm not paying you. What part of let's go are you not getting?
Well, we'll decide when to leave. I guess when we're all ready.
He folds his arms and stares at you.
All right. Are you going to prepare all the rations and the animals for the trip, or am I?
You are taking care of everything. I have my responsibility. You have your responsibility, other than apparently gumming everything up.
Yeah. Then are you going to be paying for the animals that are transporting us, or are we walking?
I thought I liked you.
I'm simply asking a logistics question. I thought you liked logistics.
He then goes outside.
What happened to being the face?
It's becoming the fist.
He then comes back inside. I don't see any of the others. How can I reach them, Tainor? This one is silly.
That is true.
Tainor says you can find them at Peg's Tavern. Very well.
Do you want to go?
He leaves.
I'm just going to skip right along with him.
Okay. He leaves. He walks down the path, maybe a couple hundred yards on his way towards the main city wall. He sees you guys waiting for your bard.
Oh, no, there's like over a pin. Like, I don't know what it does. I can't quite tell.
And he walks...
We'll just like playing hacky sack with it, basically.
He walks over and says, all right, who's going to be arranging my travel arrangements?
Huh?
I'm coming with you.
Dana wants to go with us to the mine when we go.
That's not Denner. That's Merrill.
I mean, Merrill, whatever his name is.
Oh, Meryl,
Do you see what I'm dealing with?
So glad you're coming along with us. This is going to be such fun.
I will definitely work to help repair the bonds that have been severed here as friendship.
Make sure to bring lots of reading material.
Let's make one thing clear. There's no friends here. This is business and business to protect the city.
Oh, no, Dash is my friend.
I feel certain we'll be fast friends by the end of this. Friend.
And no asking me about what those things are. I will never tell.
Right.
I promise
We
I will
got
never
it.
ask.
We're not interested in that, man.
Yeah.
We just want to get this done.
Not even mildly.
I give a meaningful look at Dash.
Dash meaningfully looks away. Ready.
Then let's go.
You
We're going to leave in the middle of the afternoon. Why don't we leave in the morning?
It is morning.
Right, we went down to the wall
Again, we must go.
in the morning. We've only had a conversation for 15 minutes and went back to Pegs after the captain showed up. It's the beginning of the day. And we've had coffee.
It's brunch time.
We need to.
We
before
have-
we leave, though, we need to visit a friend who can help outfit us for the journey. Right, our friend the wizard in with the red door.
No.
who was supposed to help us.
I don't have a friend.
prepare for our journey. We haven't introduced him to you yet, but Yannick knows. Who
You
I'm
mean the
talking
wizard we've
about.
never met, who we read about the scroll and are going to go try and find and search this out?
Kerahell
You're asking the
saved
wrong
me.
fucking person.
It's the only time he's prayed so far.
I don't even believe in Kerahell.
I'm the one by God obligated to tell the truth. Don't ask me those questions.
Merrill, are you more of a walker or a rider? We just want to know your preference.
We're walking, we don't have the money.
Well, Merrill, I'm just asking his preference.
Unless Merrill wants to pay for the horses. Otherwise, we're traveling on our 2 feet.
I walked it before.
Well, we'll walk it again.
Hey, do you
wanna
think
make sure.
your friend in the mayor's office could rustle up some transportation for us?
I would not bother him right now. He's a little upset with me.
Not knowing his existence and all.
Galen,
All right.
what are you going to do?
Yeah,
Captain's already up your ass.
Yeah.
Merrill, one of the party has a wife at home that he at least has to clear with wife before he leaves. I hope you do understand.
You
Not me.
know instruments though, right? And you know the
musical
violin.
instruments.
Do you know the world's smallest violin and how much I don't care about this?
I don't think
He's
I care
done
how
looking
much
at you.
care.
If you start walking, we could follow you.
You do know the way.
Yes. Someone's bringing supplies and bedrolls and food for me is my understanding.
You may eat from my supply.
Let's.
You
You
may
can
not
sleep
share my
with
bed.
in my bed with me. I'll keep you warm.
We're both small. We could snuggle.
What do you say we all meet at Pegs in a couple of hours with our provisions and prepared for the journey?
Meet us in Pegs in 2 hours.
I will meet you there.
Come with me, little friend.
And he walks away from you immediately.
Bring a smile when you come back.
I'll give you a
Agiri
smile.
stands ready. He's ready to walk whenever you all are.
Galen and I already
Have,
have my
uh,
provisions.
Hemlock has some
That
stuff
guy.
to do.
Yeah. So we've got to hurry here. I don't want to leave town without knowing what's going on with this wizard. Also, I gotta go tell my wife that I'm leaving town. Also, I probably have to quit my job. That's a lot to do in 2 hours.
Then you might want to skip the wizard door thing. We'll do it when we
Yeah,
get
it sounds like you're going to be full time with your wife.
Do you want to retire this character?
You should probably just get the divorce now.
Life was much less complicated before I met all 5 of you.
We get that a lot.
All right.
You got a lot on
Wife
your
first,
plate.
job second, wizard third.
That's how I live my life.
Galen, I don't think we're going to have time to see about the wizard. But I do need to talk to your wife as well.
Oh.
Exactly.
I made a promise
Notice how happy she's been lately.
several times to have dinner with my mother and my sister tonight. So I'm going to go. I promised to cook dinner.
Oh, you need provisions.
Well, yeah. And I need cookie to break the news.
Oh.
Because I'm a bad person.
So, we're going just. I want to make sure.
Well, I mean, I'll let you go ahead and do
Oh,
what you
yeah,
do
yeah,
first.
no, I'm
Big
going to
cookie to-
tell her that I'm quitting my job to go off on a
Yeah, I don't
side
need to
with
be
a bunch
there
of
for that.
fools, and then you're going to ask her to go break bad news to.
It's not bad news. It's just like a couple of weeks. Yeah.
We could go check
Yeah,
out.
good luck
those.
with that.
Just-
All
Yeah.
right.
I'll try.
I feel I'm good.
All right.
All right. Well, I know what I'm up to next.
Where are you headed?
Headed home. Come on, Hemlock.
Yeah.
All right, that sounds like a perfect time for us to stop there for tonight. Then
No, we can dread
we'll let Lauren stew on that for a while. If you'd like to vote on how his wife will respond, check out gloriousbards.com. Thanks so much for joining us.
Put your thoughts and comments.
Yeah. If you do actually have comments, please consider dropping by in gloriousbards.com. Check out our Discord link and join the chat. Say hi. Tell us your thoughts about this episode. Again, I had no idea I was going to end up in this particular situation. Very interesting. And we will see you all next time.
Everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.